detectives, they're on their way to your house now to talk to your dad, grab some clothing, and then they'll be able to bring it up here so you can change out of that.
I'm not going to be able to go home. I just killed cats.
About how long ago was that?
When I was like 11.
Okay. Do you know about how many you killed?
Only two. I don't have the stomach, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've never killed somebody before. I'm not even a grown up. I wonder how it feels like how to kill like Dexter. I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna watch a TV show and then go outside and then kill somebody that's retarded.
On the afternoon of Monday, March 19th, 2018, the Polk County Sheriff's Office answered a frantic 911 call from a distressed teenager, Dillen Alex Murray. Dillen called authorities, claiming that he had brutally beaten his friend in an act of self-defense.
What is the address of your emergency? Hello? I'm calling them now. Help. Hello? We need an ambulance and police. Okay, I need the address. There is no address. My friend just attacked me in the woods. And he brought me to the woods. And he took my baseball bat and tried to beat me. Where's your friend right now? He's laying in the woods. All I know is like his face was all bloody and he was like on.
Dillen had also called his father in a panic, and when his father arrived to help, the call captured even more harrowing details.
I think I tried to kill me, and I think I killed him. I'm not playing that. He texted me in the morning.
When investigators arrived at the crime scene, they found 15-year-old Giovanni Diaz unresponsive and suffering from severe facial trauma. While medics rushed him to a nearby hospital, investigators found a dented aluminum baseball bat covered in blood lying beside him, its damaged state revealing the brutality of the attack. Dillen was taken into custody by deputies and brought to the Polk County Sheriff's Office. Inside the cold, bleak interrogation room, questioning began to peel back chilling details of the brutal attack that had now left one teenager struggling to survive and another staring down at some serious criminal charges.
Be right back with you. How you doing, Dylan? Be able to control your breathing a little bit?
I don't know how long I'm going to be able to live like this, dude. Every long time, stuff keeps happening to me.
Before we get started, I just want to advise you of your rights, all right?
As a visibly shaken Dillen has read his rights, he agrees to speak with the detective and dives straight into the details of the incident.
I understand something happened earlier today.
Yes.
Tell me about that. What happened earlier?
What happened today was my friend wanted. Should I just tell you the whole story from the beginning? Because it's going to be hard to explain from the beginning.
Yeah, by all means, start from the beginning.
Last Wednesday, I was at my friend Zach's house. I left Zach's house and I saw Gio.
What's Zach's last name? I'm sorry.
Zach Black.
Black?
Yeah.
Okay. Does he live near you guys?
Yes, we all live next to each other. Was all friends.
Okay. What happened last Wednesday? You went to Zach's house?
Everything like normal, but when I was leaving, I quit. I had stopped hanging out for Gio for a long time, and then I saw Gio, and Gio was like, "Hey, Monday, for sure, make sure when you get done with your studies, text me, and we're gonna burn." So I had marijuana on me, obviously. And at the time, I didn't know. I thought he just didn't want to smoke with Zach, but he was like, "It's just gonna be me and you. It's just gonna be me and you." But today, it's Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So I texted him when I woke up. I said, "Hey, I'm done with my studies. I'll be at the Rocks if you want to chill after school, just me and you, like you said." And then he was like, "All right." And then right when he got off school, I was walking around the neighborhood texting, "Hey, where you at?" He was just looking at my text messages. Now, I didn't think nothing of it. I thought maybe he just didn't have any Wi-Fi until I walked down the street and he saw me. And we went into the woods. And then before we went into the woods, he was like, "Hey, you want to play baseball after we get high?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's play baseball. You want to go get Zach afterwards?" And he was like, "Hell yeah, bro." So I went back home. I grabbed my football, not my football, my baseball bat. And I go back in the woods. I have a seat. And I start to roll the blunt. And then he's like, "I got to use the bathroom." And he went behind the tree. And he was like, don't look, because my dick is out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gay, I'm not gonna look anyways. But all of a sudden, he was like, ah! And I heard like, he was moving, because it's the woods. And I was like, what's wrong? He was like, an ant just bit my dick. Don't turn around, I still got my dick out. I'm still gotta go pee. But right when he said that, he turned around, he was above me with the baseball bat. I didn't even think, bro. I just put my arm up, and he did like a little thing like that and tried to hit me, and I put my hand up, and the only place he hit me with the baseball bat was right here, and it wasn't even that hard. And when I grabbed the baseball bat like this, I disarmed him, and he had these blue gloves on, and he was like, I took the baseball bat from him, he threw his gloves down, and then he hit me, and he was like, now you're gonna fucking get it. And then I bet when he punched me, that's when I got mad, and the baseball bat started, and I didn't stop until I saw blood. The last thing I remember was like just looking at him. You know, there was blood everywhere, and I was like, why didn't I just put him in a headlock or something? Why did I hit him with the baseball bat? And then I got real queasy, and I just ran out the woods and threw up, screaming for help. That was it. I just screamed for help.
Kind of just backing up a little bit.
Dillen then describes the type and material of the gloves that Giovanni was wearing during the alleged attack, a detail that would later prove to have major implications in the case.
The only time I grabbed the gloves is when he threw them down like this, and I picked them up and took them outside, and I was like, these are his gloves. And he was the guy that was like telling me to call the police. He was like, what are you doing? Put the gloves down.
Before Dillen's father arrived at the wooded area, Dillen had encountered another man who advised him to call 911. This witness would later contact emergency services himself, reporting what he had observed, including Giovanni's condition as he last saw him.
Are you with him now?
No, ma'am. I don't know where he went. He had called because he was saying help.
Uh-huh.
And he was telling me about it. I said, well, you need to call 911. And he called him, and I went in the woods to go check on the guy. And when I came back, he was gone. But he was talking to somebody. I thought a dispatcher. Ma'am, I came out to the woods to try to find the other guy because I didn't want to touch him. He's like bleeding, he's not breathing, and there's blood coming out his nose and mouth.
Okay.
Tragically, 15-year-old Giovanni Diaz passed away from his injuries less than a half hour after Dillen placed the 911 call. At this point, the detective chooses to withhold this harrowing news from Dillen, aiming to gather a fuller picture of the incident.
How long have you known Giovanni?
It was a long time, like 3 years.
Do you know his last name?
Diaz.
Did you guys meet in school or just from the neighborhood?
School and neighborhood, we were friends. The only time we got in bad is like 2 years ago when we got into a fight, but we've been good since then.
What happened during that fight 2 years ago?
Gio was just like making fun of me, and he walked up to me and he pushed me, and then we got into a fight.
Where was this at?
At the bus stop.
Reading your text, does it have like a red receipt whenever you send it? It shows that you've read it?
When you send it, if their phone's turned off, it does like a little check mark with no thing. If their phone is on and they're not looking at it, it's a check mark, dark blue, but when they read it, their little voice chat comes up right next to it. It means they've read it.
Okay, so that's how you know he was looking at them?
Yeah, but I turned around the corner, I was like, you been reading my text messages? He was like, yeah. And then we were fine until we got into the woods.
Okay.
And I feel really bad. I don't know if is he okay or...
Well,
I mean, I know he attacked me, bro, but I could have, like, just put him in a headlock, but I beat him.
Dillen continues to express deep remorse for the brutal attack on his friend, insisting that he hasn't deleted anything from his phone and is fully willing to cooperate with the investigation. As he begins to recount earlier incidents and the moments leading up to the attack, the detective starts to probe about the baseball bat with questions that will later expose shocking and unexpected details.
And describe the bat. You said it was metal?
Yeah, the bat is metal and it says T-ball on it.
What color is it?
Silver with like a red emblem and blue and black lettering. It's a little softball baseball bat.
Okay. Was it newer or older?
It's really old.
Older? Did it have dents in it or anything, or was it kind of still?
No, it was just older. It had a bunch of scratches, but no dents.
Gotcha. Giovanni asked you if you wanted to play baseball afterwards, right?
After we smoked.
Yeah. And so that's when you went back to your house to get the bat?
Yeah, I went back to my house and I got the bat, and I showed them to the bat, and he was like, "Oh yeah, bro, it's a nice bat because it was all metal. It's not one of those wooden ones."
Where did how long is it your bat or is it your dad's bat? Family
It's
members?
just a bat that was laying around that I had never seen before. And when he was like, "Hey, do you want to play baseball?" I was like, "Oh, that's cool. There's a bat at my house."
And where did you first see this bat?
In the shed like 2 months ago, but then it went missing, and now it was under the couch.
So it was in your shed 2 months ago?
Yes.
Okay.
And then recently, when I was looking for it to play baseball, it was laying under the couch.
Which couch exactly?
The living room.
Okay. And how did you come across finding it under the couch?
I came home and I was like, "Where's that dang bat at? I want to play baseball." And I just searched the house, and then boom, I looked under the thing, and there it was.
And when was it that you found the bat?
Maybe like 10 minutes after I came back home, because it wasn't that long at all. I found the bat like that and was already back out the woods.
Today?
Today.
Okay. So when Giovanni asked if you wanted to play baseball, when you went back to your house looking for the bat, that's when you found it?
Yes, because I knew I had a bat, I just couldn't recollect where it was at the time.
As Dillen begins to recount the incident once more, the detective subtly shifts the conversation toward his reported injuries, asking for details that may soon reveal more than Dillen intends.
The process of rolling the blunt?
No, I was breaking it up, like going like this with both my hands and trying to like lick it, and when I heard him say, "An ant bit me, I have to move." And I was like turning around, he was like, "Don't look, my dick's still out." But when he said that, his foot was like right next to my back, and then I heard the bat get up back from the ground, and then he went to hit me. I put this arm up just like this to block, went like that, grabbed his arm, and he punched me in the face, and when he punched me in the face, he backed up. I had the bat in my hand. He looked at me, and he just went like this with the gloves. "You're about to fucking get it." And then that's when he stuck me, and then the rest is just like, you already know.
Okay. How many times did he hit you?
He hit me twice. Once with the bat, and then once with his fist.
Was it like a closed fist? Open?
A closed fist, he hit me right here.
So the right side of your face, like in the cheek area?
Yes.
And then when he hit you with the bat, which arm did he hit you at?
He only hit me right here with the bat.
So your left forearm?
Yeah. Because he was going to try to hit me in the head like this. Because I was sitting down at the time, and when I turned around, I was like this. And I just looked up and saw a bat, and then as it was coming down, I just closed my eyes and put this up.
So when he was sort of standing above you...
Curiously, while Dillen claims to have suffered 2 forceful blows, one to his arm and another to his cheek, there were no visible injuries or defensive marks on his body to support his account of fending off an attack by Giovanni. And as Dillen continues to share more details, stark inconsistencies begin to emerge in his narrative.
And all of a sudden, it just came down. I put this up, and just grabbed it, and when I got up, he stuck me. And when he stuck me, he let go of the bat, so I was like all backing up forward. And I was like, "Bro, what's your problem?" And he just went, "Now you're gonna fucking get it." And I was like, "What is your problem? What is your problem?" And then he hit me again, right here.
So was he wearing those blue gloves when he first had the bat and went to hit you?
When he first had the bat, he had the gloves on. But when disarmed the glove and he punched me, he took the gloves off. Like he was about to, like, you know what I'm saying? He just went like that and just started coming at me like a crazy person.
And then as he started coming at you, what did you do?
I put my left foot in the back and just hit him right here. And then once I saw that, I just kept hitting him
with the bat or with your fist?
I just hit him with the bat.
Was it overhand, sidearm? Do you remember how you did it?
Everything, bro.
Do you recall how the first strike went, though?
If I had to guess, it probably connected somewhere along here.
So the left side of his face?
Yeah, because he was coming. Dude, like right now, I don't know, bro. I don't feel good. I feel like throwing up. I feel like I'm drunk, bro.
If you need to, hey, just if you need to puke, hey, use the trash can. I understand it's a crazy situation. A lot of stuff's going on. I mean, it's stressful. I understand that. All right.
Then the detective poses a poignant question, aiming to understand Dillen's mindset. one that would later unveil a glimpse into his underlying violent tendencies. If you're a true crime fan who wants more and values the work that we put into every episode, well, then consider joining our Patreon. For just a few bucks a month, you get ad-free videos, access to our private Discord, and exclusive content like behind-the-scenes photos, wallpapers, and Patreon-only episodes. At higher tiers, you'll get a shout-out in our videos. And if you stick around, you could even be turned into a custom 3D detective and appear in an episode. Your support helps us keep creating in-depth, high-quality true crime stories. Join us on Patreon and be part of the investigation.
Now, when you were going after him, did you have the urge, like you wanted to kill him, or just what? I mean,
I wanted to kill him.
You did?
Because I thought he was going to kill me.
Does Giovanni have a girlfriend or anything?
I don't know.
Okay, so it's not like, you may start talking to his girl and he got all pissed off, right?
The only thing I can think about is him being mad at me is what I just told you when he tried to show me some new thing when he got off the bus.
That Rubik's Cube thing?
Yeah, and I just blew him off. That's the last thing I did bad.
As the detective begins discussing the details of Giovanni's final moments, he inadvertently slips up, and Dillen is quick to catch it, sending him spiraling into bouts of panic and fear.
Do you know what you did? Where you dropped with the bat?
When I looked at him, I went like this, threw the bat, and I think the bat maybe landed at an angle sideways at him.
So near his body?
Yeah, near. What? His body? He's dead?
Yes, sir, he is. He is. I'm sorry to have to tell you that, but yes, Giovanni did pass. I understand that, and I understand this is very, very tough and stressful.
He's my friend.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm sorry I have to tell you that.
Are you for real?
Yes,
You're
sir.
not playing.
I'm not playing with you.
How am I gonna live when I killed somebody? Oh my. I killed somebody.
There's some toilet paper there next to you if you need to, dry your eyes, bloody nose. I know this is very tough on you. All right, it's not easy to have to talk about this.
As Dillen sinks deeper into guilt and continues to talk, a harrowing history of his past violence slowly begins to unravel.
Just raged on you.
I got you.
I hate fucking you. Every time I fight, something bad happens, but I've never killed nobody before. How am I supposed to live in that neighborhood knowing that I killed their parent's son?
Well, that's something I can't answer that, unfortunately. I can't tell you, what the next step you need to do is. Like I said, I would recommend talking with someone, a grief counselor, and just talking it out, because you let that stuff build up inside, it's gonna tear you down. Right.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, man. I've never killed somebody before. I'm not even a grown-up.
Have you ever gone and killed anything else, like animals or anything before?
The only thing that I used to kill were lizards. And that was because my grandpa used to give me 50 cents each.
Kind of like a pest management kind of thing? Yeah. Kind of just before the lizard population gets too big, your grandpa would help you get that?
Yeah, but that's it.
Any animals like that?
I used to kill cats.
About how long ago was that?
When I was 11. And back, for a very, very short time when I was getting bullied, but that was almost 5 years ago.
Okay, so about 11-ish.
It was mainly, I only did that stuff when I was getting bullied or I had something really stressed. I haven't did any of that stuff in a long time.
So when bullied or stressed?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know about how many you killed?
Only two. I don't have the stomach, man.
Do you know whose cats they were?
I don't know.
Were they strays or
Probably just strays. I don't know, it was so long ago. And it wasn't even I was getting satisfaction out of it. I would just be mad and I would see a cat and I would kick it really hard and it would just stop moving.
So whenever those two that you did kill, that you just kicked them?
I kicked one and the other one I punched.
As Dillen delves deeper into his mental health struggles, Giovanni's death, and his overwhelming guilt, he suddenly reveals another curious detail, this time framing Giovanni's nature as part of his defense.
I came to the bus stop, and it was back when I was littler. I wasn't mature. I was stealing those things out of people's yards, the little reflectors in the middle of the night thing. They light up and stuff.
Yeah.
And he started making fun of me, calling me poor, that I had to pick out the lights and stuff. And I got mad, and I walked up to him, and I was like, "Why you gotta be so fucking mean to me, man?" And he just shoved me. And I'm the type of person, if you touch me, I'm gonna hit back.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And that's all I did.
So other than that, the Rubik's Cube thing about 2 weeks ago, and then this.
That's the only thing I could think.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could think about. He's mad at me for, unless he's just a crazy son of a bitch and wanted to kill somebody.
After Dillen agrees to submit his clothes for forensic analysis, the detective steps out briefly to obtain his father's permission to collect more items. Left alone in the interrogation room, Dillen is soon overwhelmed by a wave of anxiety.
Oh, my dad.
When the detective returns, he finds Dillen inconsolable, clearly shaken as he struggles to keep his nerves in check, still clinging to the belief that he will walk out of the station a free man.
Zach?
Yes, sir.
What can I do for you? Need something to drink?
No, sir.
Okay. Yeah, try having a seat in the chair. Because I know with panic attacks, this whole breathing thing, and you hunched over like that is not helping your diaphragm and your lungs get the oxygen they need. If you can, try and stand up straight. Try and breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Nice deep breaths.
I need help with this.
Unfortunately, we don't have anyone that can bring your clothes right now, so we got a white Tyvek suit for you to wear, but the detectives are on their way to your house now to talk to your dad, grab some clothing, and then they'll be able to bring it up here so you can change out of that.
I'm not going to be able to go home.
Well, I right now, I don't know what's happening. All right, I don't know if charges are coming or not. It's fairly early in the investigation still.
I want to see my parents.
With Dillen's photographs taken and his clothes secured as evidence, the interrogation presses on, and the detective returns with a set of pointed questions, each one drawing him closer to the truth.
So I was able to speak with 2 of the detectives that are out there. One of the things that I needed to ask you, but you can have a seat if you want to stand, whatever's.
I'm trying not. I'm not so hard not to have another panic attack right now, bro.
No, that's fine. One of the things that one of the detectives, I guess they talked to someone around the neighborhood who said that you'd gone to their house looking for a bat to get a project to do.
No, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Who was that?
Zach Black.
Zach.
I told Zach that I got a little project that I'm working on for him. And the day that I asked for the bat, about the baseball bat, I don't even remember asking. I don't remember asking nothing about
What's this project?
I'm going to give to Zach. You ever heard of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Who?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, 5 years ago, I hopped into Yu-Gi-Oh real bad, like addiction, and I bought a bunch of like the good cards and like the good sets. And what I was doing was I was putting all of the cards that Zach needed, because Zach plays Yu-Gi-Oh too. He's got all way better cards than me, but I've got some cards. So I was like making like a whole box that I was just gonna give to him, but I wasn't ready yet, because I've got like over like 500 cards. But I do not remember asking about a baseball bat, because I got a baseball bat on my house, obviously.
People around the neighborhood that were saying that you made comments to them about wondering what it's like to kill someone recently.
No, see, this is exactly what I was telling that lady on the phone. Everybody's just gonna start saying stuff.
I'm sorry, which lady?
Because my dad was saying the same stuff. He was like, he's like, you're watching all this Dexter. I don't believe it. I knew this was gonna happen. As soon as y'all start talking to people are gonna be like, oh, he talks about this. He talks about this. It's not true.
What?
Never had to. I said I wonder how it feels like how to kill like Dexter, because you know who Dexter is.
The
he kills
HBO
people.
show?
Yeah.
This conversation with?
Yeah, Zach.
Oh, it was with Zach?
Mm-hmm.
But how long ago was that?
Like 2 weeks ago, because I just bought the first season of Dexter, and
Okay.
it's weird because he don't have the, you know what I'm saying, the anxiety, and he kills bad people and stuff, you know what I'm saying. That's all I was making conversation about. But I do not remember anything about asking Zach for a baseball bat though, because I have a baseball bat at my house, obviously.
Okay. There was.
And trust me, I wouldn't kill somebody because just talking about it right now is making me just want to throw up, bro. And I want my dad here so bad, bro. I need help, bro.
Well, there was someone other than Zach that told a detective that you had told someone that you wanted to take someone out into the woods and kill them. That.
No, see now that I'm gonna deny because not only did I only talk about Zach with those things, it was only Zach. So I've never talked about nobody else.
Do you know?
And that those words have never came out of my mouth. The Dexter stuff, I said, yeah, I wonder what it feels like to live with no anxiety and kill and have no anxiety and kill the bad people. That's all I said. But I've never asked any of those.
About
stuff.
how long ago did you start watching Dexter?
Like 2 weeks.
Okay, about 2 weeks ago. How far have you gone into it?
Disc 3.
Is that what season is that?
The first one.
It's still the first season.
Yeah, I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna watch a TV show and then go outside and then kill somebody. That's retarded. Stupid.
One key element that Dillen has relied on in his defense to prove his innocence is the pair of gloves that Giovanni was wearing during the attack.
And I was like, bro, what's your problem? And he just went, now you're gonna fucking get it. And I was like, what is your problem? What is your problem? And then he hit me again, right here.
So was he wearing those blue gloves when he first had the bat and went to hit you?
When he first had the bat, he had the gloves on. But when they disarmed the glove and he punched me, he took the gloves off. Like he was about to, like, you know what I'm saying? He just went like that and just started coming at me like a crazy person.
And then
However, investigators have uncovered a glaring loophole in this line of defense.
The detectives I also spoke with are actually out at the woods, and some of the things that they're seeing at the scene isn't really adding up with what you told me. Well, the whole thing with the gloves, for you to grab the gloves and run out after realizing that you just beat the crap out of
Yes,
Theo,
I grabbed the gloves because I knew exactly what this was going to happen. If I didn't try to take up for myself, what you're doing, I've seen too many TV shows to know what's going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. That's why I grabbed the gloves for proof. So, because when his fingerprints is all over the inside of those gloves, y'all can know that I'm telling the truth. And I knew this was going to happen.
What would happen if, you process for fingerprints and DNA? Are you familiar with?
Yeah,
I know you see a lot of shows. So then you know that fingerprints are unique to each person.
Yes.
Right, and that DNA is unique to each person. Even identical twins don't have the same DNA.
Gloves, because I know my fingerprints are going to be in gloves. I'm going to already tell you. I picked up the gloves. My fingerprints are going to be on the baseball bat. His fingerprints are going to be on the baseball bat.
Is your DNA going to be inside the gloves, like in the fingertips?
No,
like you were wearing the gloves.
No, my DNA. I know where my DNA is going to be at because when I picked them up, the gloves were inside out.
Well, what about like the tips of the fingers? Like if you had put it on your hand.
I didn't put the gloves on. I just held them like this.
You say that you grabbed these gloves for proof.
Yes.
To prove what, though?
That he came at me first.
Well, how would the gloves prove he came at you first?
Because he had them on when he was using the baseball glove. He had the gloves first and the baseball bat first. He had both those first. I grabbed the baseball bat, and then after I was done with the baseball bat, then I grabbed the gloves. And the gloves were inside out. So if my DNAs are on the fingertips, they're going to be there because the gloves were inside out, dude.
Were they completely inside out?
Yes, like they were blue on his hands. He went like this, and it came all the way out, and on the inside were like white. And I don't say they're going to be near the fingertips, but they're going to be on the inside of the glove because the glove was inside out.
And you said Gio's fingerprints would be on the bat as well?
Baseball bat and the gloves. There's no doubt about that because he had both of them first before I did.
How did he have the bat before you if you brought the bat?
I put it behind me, and he told me to turn around because he was taking a piss, and when I heard the crink, he picked it up.
But didn't you say he put the gloves on at some point behind you?
Yeah, at some point, because when I turned around, he already had the gloves on, but he had just picked up the baseball bat because I heard his footstep behind me.
Well, how would his fingerprints be on the bat if he had the gloves on?
We got into a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
He's gotta have there's gotta be his fingerprints on that bat.
Now, as the detective digs deeper into the fingerprint evidence, Dillen starts to slip.
On when he had the baseball bat, but he's gotta have fingerprints in the gloves and on the baseball bat, not just mine.
How would he have fingerprints on the bat though? Like if he's wearing the gloves, he's grabbing the bat, he wouldn't leave fingerprints. But then you say after you were able to take the bat, he punched you, he threw the gloves down, said and just came at you, and then you hit him in the side of the head. He backed up, and then you hit him 6 more times. He went down, and then you hit him more. But during that sequence, I don't understand how his fingerprints would be on the bat.
Maybe like he grabbed it or something.
Well, I mean, you were there. I wasn't. Did he grab the bat? Did he not?
I can't really tell you. It was so fast, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to tell you, I didn't go in there planning on killing him. I went in there and planned on smoking weed with him.
I mean, you did a number on him. I mean, looking at him, his parents showed me a picture of him before I walked in the woods, and looking at him lying there, he didn't even look the same. Right? His face is unrecognizable. His parents are not going to be able to have an open casket viewing for him because that's how bad his face is.
And you don't think I feel bad about that, man?
Well, I can't say what you think or what you feel because I'm not you.
I feel bad. I feel like shit. I feel like I'm a monster. I feel like I don't deserve to live.
Because, I mean, you felt that bad. I haven't touched it. I haven't held it. I don't know how heavy it is, but, I mean, that is dented. Like, flattened. Because of how hard you hit him. Alright? And that takes a lot.
I know, man. I know. What do you think I'm telling myself right now? I thought I was an anxious kid who fucking couldn't do all that. But when he punched me, I don't know what happened inside me, bro. It just everything went away. And it was just me or him.
How many fights have you been in the past, if you had to guess? I know.
In the past year, I've been doing really good. I haven't gotten, except this. This is the first altercation I've been in since 2015.
Okay. Is that when you were...
I got arrested for the fight with him.
What about in the past, say, 5 years? How many fights have you gotten in, if you had to guess?
2.
Just 2?
Yeah.
Which ones are those?
A verbal argument with my dad, and Gio. This one, I'm telling you, I'm not a bad kid. I don't kill people.
The verbal argument with your dad. Did you get arrested for that one?
Yes.
What did you get arrested for?
I pushed him.
Okay, so it was a physical argument.
Yeah, like it was verbal, and then my anxiety. I'm telling you, my anxiety is killing me, bro. I don't know how much.
One of the things that you just said was you get that feeling and that rage inside of you wanting to kill someone whenever you get in a fight.
When they hit me and it like hurts enough.
And when was the last time, other than today, that you had that feeling?
When I fought Gio last time, when he pushed me and then I went to swing and he missed and he hit me in the nose and it did like that little thing where it makes my eyes water. That was the only time.
And that was the 2 years ago, you said?
Yeah, 2015.
The video portion of the interrogation ends here, but the audio keeps rolling. As Dillen continues framing his conflicts with Giovanni as distant memories, and blaming much of it on his ongoing health struggles, detectives, already piecing together the truth, begin to press harder. And that's when his composure starts to crack. What follows is a chilling unraveling of events so dark that it sends shivers down the spine of everyone investigating the case.
When you were 11, there were those 2 cats that you killed.
Yes.
Detectives have been hearing stuff from people around the neighborhood that you go out in the woods to torture and kill animals.
No, because I don't even go in the woods by myself.
Where would that come from then?
That would come from just lies. People are trying to like make something out of the situation that it's not. People are just thinking about, oh, maybe I heard him say this, maybe I heard him say that, and just saying every little thing that comes to their
For the 2 cats that you killed when you were 11-ish, who knows about that other than you?
Nobody.
Do you have like ongoing beef with someone where someone would try and make this stuff up to try and get back at you or anything?
No, sir. I'm as completely as lost as you are, bro.
There was some bat involved or something like that? A bat?
Yes, sir.
Where'd this bat come from? Your house? So you brought it over there with you?
Yes, he asked me to because he wanted to play football after we got done smoking a blunt of weed.
So play football with the bat?
No, not football, baseball.
Where was the ball at?
He didn't even show it to me. There was no baseball.
There was no baseball? So what do you think? What do you think he would come down there with no ball if you want to play baseball?
I don't know. People ask me to go smoke in the woods all the time. I swear, he had them on.
He had gloves on?
Yes.
Why would he have gloves on for?
I don't know. Ask him.
I mean, people saw him going down there with no gloves and nothing else. So the only thing he's carrying is what?
I don't know.
Skateboard.
A skateboard. I knew he had a skateboard.
That's the only thing that everybody. But nobody's seen him carrying any gloves or wearing any gloves or anything. The only thing he had his Vans on that he skates in, right? He had a shirt on. He had some jeans on, and he's carrying a skateboard. No gloves, no balls, no bats, nothing like that. Okay.
As the conversation continues, the detective confronts Dillen with a startling lie that the investigators uncovered.
There's a lot of things that happen in life that upset people, you know. And I know that you found out recently that something happened between him and Haley.
No.
Right?
I know, but I wasn't mad at him.
But you found out when? Just a couple days ago, right?
No.
It was like 2 days ago you found out.
Like a week.
This was in glaring contrast to what Dillen had initially told the detectives.
He should be mad. It should be me because he effed the girl I like, but that was so long ago. The only thing I can think about getting mad is if he did Rubik's Cube.
How long ago was it that he slept with the girl that you were into?
That's what I'm saying. It's not even worth it. Two years ago, maybe. And I'm not even mad because I don't even like. I'm not gay, but I don't know what it is. I just these past 2 years, I haven't been attracted to anything.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Now, was this before the time that he slept with the girl you were into? Was that before or after that fight that you guys got into about 2 years ago?
That was after.
Okay. Was the fight?
It wasn't about the girl. The fight was.
Now, while Dillen had brushed off the incident as casual, the real truth was now at loggerheads with this claim.
Get upset about things, and things happen that they probably wish they could take back. The people who don't want to take it back are the people who do stuff out of cold blood. But I don't think you're that way. I think there's something happened, and you probably regret it. Probably sorry it even happened to begin with, ain't you? Huh? Are you sorry this happened to begin with? What does that mean?
Yes, sir.
And you were texting him and writing him to come down there, weren't you?
Yes, sir.
And you were upset with him, weren't you?
Yes,
I know
sir.
that, huh?
Yes, sir.
And when you got down there, y'all started talking, and he probably said some stuff about Haley that you didn't like, and you lost control, didn't you? Not saying you're a bad guy, but you lost control, didn't you?
I love her.
You out to hurt somebody?
No.
But you lost control, didn't you? For that one moment in time, and you probably wish you could take it back, don't you? Now tell us, I know you've been talking to him about it, but I want to know the truth. I know you're capable of telling the truth. Huh?
Because he did that to Haley, and he said some stuff about Haley.
What was he saying about her?
Just he brought me to the spot where he fucked her and told me.
Oh, where the spot where this happened? He said he fucked her in the woods?
No,
Where?
he brought me maybe last Sunday or Saturday. He brought me to this spot in the woods. And we were gonna smoke. And he had me sit down in this one spot, and he started laughing at me. Because I just told him that I feel like I'm in love with Haley. And he was like, well, fuck Haley. And I was like, I don't believe you. And then he pointed right at the fucking spot I was sitting at, and he was like, hey, I fucked Haley right there.
So he was like trying to rub it in your face. And that upset you, didn't it? So you was going to get even with him on that, wasn't you?
No, I wasn't planning on killing him. I just wanted to talk to him.
So what happened when y'all got out there today and started talking? The more you looked at it, the more it upset you, didn't it? The way he's rubbed that in your face?
Yes.
And you had that bat down there just in case?
Yes.
Because I've been doing this for a long time. And you can tell when somebody just hits one time or twice. He was hit over and over again because you were upset. Not saying that you're a bad person or that you're going to do this to everybody else or whatever. You're even going to do it again.
Didn't mean to do it, you know. Didn't mean to.
But you were in such a rage, weren't you?
I just wanted to talk.
But you got in a rage, didn't you?
Couldn't keep his mouth shut about all the shit that he did to me.
Okay. Now the bottom line is, he didn't attack you, did he?
No.
You were upset because of what he was rubbing in your face about Haley, wasn't he?
Yes, sir.
And when he got down there, you had that bat, and y'all started talking. Did he say anything else about her today?
Yes.
What did he say?
That I don't know why you're getting so mad. You should not even like her anymore because I fucked her. And I was like, well, that's not true love. And he was like, shut up, Dylan. You don't even know what true love is.
And then what happened then?
He made a comment about my mental problems.
And what did that do? Did that upset you?
Yes.
And what'd you do then?
Killed him.
For Dillen, however, it wasn't just about what Giovanni had done. It was the deep sense of betrayal, the breach of trust that he says ultimately drove him over the edge.
Because he's the only one besides you I just told about the voices. My parents don't even know. He's the only one who knows about when I go to sleep, I have these bad dreams. He's the only one who knows. He was the only one I thought I trusted, and he throws it all in my face right after he freaking says that he fucked the girl that I love. He was treating me like garbage, so I treated him like a piece of garbage.
Dillen Murray was taken into custody on charges of first-degree murder, possession of a controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. He pleaded guilty to first-degree murder and was sentenced to 60 years in prison. He is currently incarcerated at the Florida Department of Corrections. Now, if you think this case was horrific, you need to check out my video on the psycho who did the unthinkable during the interrogation.